Welcome to the Sewing Whisperer. This video tutorial shows how to use an existing fashion text sketch and change it into a different silhouette. In this case, we're taking a pair of activewear shorts and changing them into a looser fitting running short. If you'd like to follow along, the activewear pants file is available for free download in the details below. We're now going to continue on and draw 3 different styles of shorts. And this video covers the first pair of running shorts. So this is my example, but let's go to the file that we've been working on. And we've just finished our symbols and graphic styles. So they're all ready to go. Now, if you haven't got your shorts sitting on the croquis as I have, just use your black selection tool to select everything, making sure that your outside and inside lines layers are unlocked, and then hold Option or Alt and drag that over and put it on the dummy onto the croquis. I won't do that, I'll Command Z that back because mine are already sitting there. Let's start in here. The first thing we'll do is turn the eye off and lock the inside lines. We're just going to work on the outside lines. We'll select the outside line and we'll empty the fill out so we can see what's going on. So these are a more relaxed style. We need to lower the crotch because only bike shorts or exercise shorts, yoga shorts are that tight around the crotch. So we'll get the white selection tool and drag over all those lower points. So you can see these anchor points are all solid red and anything above there is still white. And now we can arrow down, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And next, we'll drag over this corner with our white selection tool. We'll just pull that out a little bit and push it up because I want this to be obviously higher at the side seam. And I might just pull this handle in a little bit. And we can pull this one down so it's showing that it curves up. I might have that a little bit too wide. I'm going to bring it back slightly. That's better. Okay, now we don't need this other side. We'll reflect it so that everything's symmetrical. So white selection tool, drag over everything, but don't get that central point and hit delete. Now we're ready to reflect. So we'll get our black selection tool, select that line, get the reflect tool, click in the center, hold Option or Alt and Shift and click. Now we need to average and join. So white selection tool will drag over those 2 central points and we'll use the shortcut keys, which are on a Mac, Shift Option Command J, and that will automatically average and join, and we'll say smooth. And those shortcut keys for a PC are Shift Alt Control J, and we'll repeat that down the bottom. White selection tool, select the 2 points and then Shift Option Command J or Shift Alt Control J. This time we want a corner and OK. And next we're going to straighten this line off because it should be quite a bit straighter. So I'm going to push those handles in. So that's straightened off at the crotch, and we could drag those handles a little bit over so it's a straighter line. Probably should have done that before I reflected, but near enough. That's got the shape of our shorts. Now let's work on the inside lines. Turn the inside lines layer on. We need to delete everything by the center front and the swish line. White selection tool will drag over this side of it and hit delete. And I'll hit delete again because those objects that are still selected will delete. And now I'll do the same on the other side. I'll hit delete twice. Then I'll get my white selection tool. Click on the center front line and arrow that down. And then I'll get the black selection tool and select the swish line and bring that down. Right, the next thing we want to do is put a line so it's got an elastic casing around the top with a stitch line on it. So what we're going to do is use that line from the front. Unlock the outside lines, white selection tool. Drag over that and copy it, Command or Control C. Back to your inside lines, Command or Control F for front. and then arrow that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. 12 looks pretty good. And then we'll push that line out to the side seam. And the same on this side. Okay, we're going to duplicate this line. We'll get the black selection tool, select the line, hold Option or Alt and arrow once, let go of Option or Alt, arrow again. And then we'll go over to our graphic style, and I think I've got mine docked here. So window graphic style if you can't see it, and I'm clicking on the dashed line. And just double check, it may need pulling in on the side because of the shape of the side seam. It means the line's just a tiny bit longer now. Now we can push this line up. White selection tool, click the top of the line, hold Shift and push the line up. Next, we need to duplicate the hem so we can put the stitching on the hem. Unlock our outside lines. Use the white selection tool, drag over one hem, hold Shift, drag over the other hem, copy, Command or Control C, back to the inside lines, Command or Control F for front, arrow up, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll use our dashed line in our graphic style, and that's put the stitching on the hem. Next we're going to have inseam pockets, so we draw those by clicking, come across with a click, and then we're going to come down, click drag, come down a little bit further, click drag, and then click to remove the handle and into the side seam, click. And then just spend a minute if anything needs to be rejigged slightly. Now that's remembered the dashed line graphic style, so I've just clicked back on it to make sure that was correct. And also double check that that has got this option, align dashes to corners, otherwise you won't get this line showing in here. So that's looking pretty good. Next we're going to reflect it, so we'll select the pocket, get the reflect tool, click on the center front line once, come down, hold Option or Alt and Shift and click. Right, that's reflected that. Now let's double check. I don't know that I've got all our stroke weights at 0.75. So let's select all these lines and change our stroke weight. I need to get to my stroke under here to 0.75. And the same with these bottom ones. Hold Shift, black selection tool, get them both 0.75, they're correct. All right, we're now going to draw some little gather lines in here. Let's set our stroke weight to 0.5. So this has an elasticized waist and it's very subtle. So it could even have a woven fabric on here, or it could be a knit fabric that's stretching not very much. So I'm just going to click and drag slightly, a slight curve arching to the left. Hold Command and click away. Now my dashed line is still on. I need to select that and take off the dashed line. Pen tool again. This time we're going to create a hook. We'll drag up and then we'll drag down. And I want to keep dragging until the top of the hook touches there, the top line. Hold Command or Control and click away. And then we'll do one that's a little bit straighter, not as curved, this one, maybe a little bit shorter. We'll get the black selection tool, select the one on the left, hold Shift and select the one on the right. Then we'll go to our profile in our stroke palette and pick the triangle. Then we'll select the hooked line, and this time we'll click the profile that looks like a pointed football. Okay, we'll select those with the black selection tool. So we only want to get those and reflect them to the other side. So reflect tool, click once on the center front line, come down, hold Option or Alt and Shift and click. Right, they're actually completed now. The last thing we need to do is fill it. I feel like I've got them a bit long for some reason. I'm going to leave both those layers unlocked. I'm going to use the white selection tool, drag over this bottom area, and I'm going to arrow up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I think that proportion looks better. Okay, with our outside lines, black selection tool, just select on the line of the outside line and then fill it with, go to our swatches and fill it with the grey. And that is the finish of the shorts. So let's bring those ones down. We'll leave those ones on there, so we're going to make a copy. So black selection tool, making sure both layers are unlocked. Black selection tool, click, hold and drag, hold option and drag a copy down here where we're going to place our, we might put them up the top. So we'll place that up the top, and that's the finish of the running shorts variation. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and give this a thumbs up if you'd like to see more videos.